Welcome to GEO Academy's Next Generation School here in Indy. I got here my friend and colleague. Now, I'm Tom Brown, and you?
I'm Kelly Marshall, the head of school and principal of GEO Next Generation High School.
GEO Academy, Next Generation High School. All right, come on. Tell me what this is all about, Kelly. Where are we going with this?
We are excited to be launching a high school on the Far East Side this fall to all rising ninth graders. Next generation, we plan to really make a difference on that East Side and in just the greater community of education.
Now, how do you make a difference? And now, of course, I know Next Generation is all high school is all about. It's unique. What brings you in? Because you got a lot of experience. We could spend 2 hours just talking about your first 5 years experience.
That I'm old, that's what you're saying.
No, I did not say that. I did not go there. But this next generation in Indy, which I personally support the idea. I want our listeners and viewers. I'm trying to get used to this thing called faith. So help me out. What is unique about the academy, and also if people want to get involved, what do they need to do? We'll be talking about the enrollment benefits, but kind of give a little history of GEO Academy's Next Generation High School, because we've got some heck of achievements that have taken place in certain parts of Indiana, but we're doing one here in Indianapolis, and I'll shut up now. I'll let you.
Absolutely. So at GEO, we want to make sure that we're providing opportunities to students as early as their freshman year. We have absolutely every belief, and it's been proven that if you expose students to opportunities to earn credit, they will rise and meet, if not exceed, the expectations. So at GEO Next Generation, scholars enter at ninth grade. Once they pass the college and career readiness exam, they'll have an opportunity to take college credits on a college campus. You asked what's unique about our high school versus the other dual credit program. We're not holding the students on our campus. Every possibility, or at every possible chance that we get, we are taking them onto the college campus so that they're not just experiencing college content, but they're getting a true college experience.
That's very well said. I'm going to push you a little bit more.
Okay.
College, people listening, what is college about? And I know colleges, we all went to college, but for these young people and their parents listening, what is the college benefit for them while they're in high school?
Well, I'm going to go back and say this. In GEO, we pride ourselves on being a launching pad. Although we want every student to pursue a college degree, we know that and fully understand and embrace that some students may choose to pursue a career instead. And what we want to do at GEO Next Generation is to offer them an opportunity to, while completing their high school requirements, get that exposure and experience on a college campus with the guidance and support of our staff to prepare them to launch into that next phase of their academic journey.
You use a strong C word here called career. And that's very important, because what you're doing is affording them an opportunity while in high school
Absolutely.
to begin to have career development and benefits, which normally would have to wait for till they get out of high school.
That's right.
Am I reading you right? Second question to that, because I interact with some people when you say word college, oh, I don't want to go to college. I want to get into vocation.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And does this program have a area? For an example, do you all have a relationship with Ivy Tech? Am I reading that wrong?
Absolutely. We have a relationship with Ivy Tech, IUPUI, Marian University, and continuing to explore additional opportunities with other universities.
So in Ivy Tech, that particular student, male or female, may be interested in the vocation of what we call culinary arts.
Correct.
Did I
Culinary
pronounce
arts,
that?
yes.
Okay, I was going to just say food preparation, but anyway.
Yes.
Maybe want to be in another kind of vocational.
Right.
So it's not just college, but it's higher institutions of higher learning.
Absolutely, but we want to prioritize the academics because, and I always have this conversation with people. A student or a family may not choose college. However, that does not mean that they shouldn't be equipped if they so choose to pursue college at a later date. So at Geo Next Generation, we want to provide them with the skills and experience so that whatever direction they choose, they can be successful.
You're on point. What you almost covered, thing about enrollment benefits. We say free. Now you do not like the word free. Now you know me.
Right,
Uh, we are providing the financial necessities
absolutely.
for them, but the freebie isn't not existence if you have a commitment from both who needs to be committed for this with responsibility.
Had this conversation that at Geo Next Generation, we pride ourselves on a relationship with the parents. We are an extension of the values and beliefs that they're instilling in their students. And when we talk about the opportunity, no cost, we're talking about no financial cost. Students have an opportunity of coming in as a freshman to earn up to 60 college credits toward an associate's degree.
Do you realize how much money you've just described?
Absolutely, because the average cost for public education or for college education is anywhere from 10,000 to 20 plus if they're going out of state or to a private school.
When you say 60 hours, I think when I was at Northwestern for my doctoral, would you believe it was $45,000? And
Absolutely.
makes me choke. But
Mhm.
but you're talking about, and there the opportunity of going to I have high regard for Ivy Tech. You also said Purdue. Did I get it right? Purdue, IU.
So right, we have a sister school currently. We have sister schools right now in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and also in Gary, Indiana.
That's a whole nother subject about Baton Rouge. We won't go there, but we'll stay on point.
Yeah, because we'll be coming back
We'll
to
be
do
coming
this,
back.
right?
Yeah. How do people enroll in this? So those of you listening, you can. I don't even have the phone number. I'm so
Well,
used to
I've
calling.
got the phone number,
Oh, you got
Dr.
a
Brown.
number?
And first, I want to thank all of our listeners for logging in today
And being patient
and
with
being
us
patient with
because I don't have
technology.
the technology skills.
Well, neither do I, but we are supported with a true team that knows how to, right?
Yeah.
And
Amen to that.
if you are interested in enrolling, please contact us by phone at 317-608-6220. You can also connect us on our website at geonextgenhsindy.org. That's geonextgenhsindy.org.
Oh, you through?
I'm through. I'm going to say it at least 3 more times while we're on here.
Again, come back to the 2 questions I want to ask. One is how to enroll, but the question I want to ask before that is probably what I call a foundation, of course. The purpose and the origin of Next Generation High School was to really help the least, the lost, and the forgotten. Am I correct?
I like to think of it as,
I'll
yes,
put it that way.
those that are often denied access to high quality instruction and opportunities.
And normally those who are located in high, poverty zones?
Correct.
Now, our location and everything is on the east side, 46218.
Absolutely.
That's where I live.
We will be co-locating with Circle City Prep at 4002 North Franklin Road.
Slow down, say that again.
Co-locating with Circle City Prep, which is another awesome elementary school at 4002 North Franklin Road.
4002. And now people that number down. If you're gonna play the lottery, make sure you give us a play on that. But anyway, the 4002 North Franklin Road.
Correct.
And people need to get in touch with you. How do you enroll? And we need to start doing this immediately.
Absolutely. We will have someone on call at all times. You can log on to our website at geonextgenhsindy.org and also reach us by phone at 317-608-6220. We're staying safe, so we're not necessarily in the offices, but we are accessible in any way you need us.
But this high tech.
Definitely high tech. We're next generation.
Okay. All righty. You really, okay. Our K through 8 and higher ed partners, our K through 8, who are they? Of course, you just threw me a curve. I'm trying to.
Right. So
of this high tech.
Currently, we have strong partnerships with, I'm going to first talk about some of our feeder schools, because
What is a feeder school?
Well, my goodness.
Andrew J. Brown Academy.
There you go, Andrew J. Brown Academy. Let's give a plug as well for that awesome institution. A feeder school is one that we consider has those eighth graders that will be matriculating to the ninth grade. So we have partnered with some amazing institutions, Andrew J. Brown, of course, Avondale Meadows, Paramount School of Excellence, and Turning Point Academies. And I am always interested in talking with any school leader that knows me and knows that they can trust that fifth graders coming to me will receive a top quality education.
And we're looking at school starting in August.
So
Or
right now,
what
the plan is for us to open our doors August 10th. However, the minute that we are released to get into that building at 4002 North Franklin Road, we would like to offer summer enrichment to our students starting as early as June 1st.
Now, right now, we've got a situation, a presence where everybody is home.
Right.
And you're good with this Facebook and stuff, and everybody looks at Facebook except me. I look at a computer, but Facebook, I do have Facebook on the computer, come think of it.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll stay in my lane. Here's what is going on. Can people now navigate with you in a way? Right now, I'm talking about like yesterday.
Absolutely.
And get some advantage.
As long as they are connecting to our webpage at gonextgenhsnd.org. That's gonextgenhsnd.org. Following this call, we're going to also go ahead and start populating some additional resources out there. Because when we talk about whether or not we can start school in June, we want to make sure that students have an opportunity to access those additional resources. Schools are doing great with their learning programs, but we can also be of support and resources. So as I continue to find resources for the students, I'll make sure that those are uploaded to our page as well.
You know, you mentioned e-learning. I'm at the AJ, we have e-learning. What does E stand for?
Electronic learning.
Okay.
That's what I'm considering it. I should do my research before I answer that. Huh? But again, we understand, though, that parents may not be in a space where they can access that technology. So again, if there are opportunities we can provide to put resources on the webpage, that's the best we could do right now. But strongly encourage all parents to stay in contact with your current schools because the leaders are working hard. These times, no one could have anticipated this.
Well, I got a fishbowl.
You got a fishbowl.
I got a fishbowl. I all got the high tech. I got the fishbowl. I pulled out some questions from my fishbowl, and it didn't come out of technology. It didn't come out of water, but I'm calling it the fishbowl because an intelligent young lady came up with this, and I won't call any names right now. And on this, it says, what is the mission of Gen X?
So next generation high school. So the mission,
it just said next gen.
Again, it is the mission of Next Generation is to provide a high quality, standards-based, on grade level instruction to every student, while also offering them the opportunity to experience and earn college credit while on that college campus.
I want to ask you a question. It's not in this, but this is just to put you on the spot. You've been in education, and I highly respect your skills. The challenge that I see is when I ask you this question is if you can define it where our listeners can really understand how you define education in regard to the 21st century. You have defined very well an approach, techniques, strategy to improve the life of a young person. But there must be in your head, in your spirit, a definition of what really education is. Not John Dewey education.
It's acquiring knowledge. It's acquiring knowledge by any means that is accessible. I knew you were going to throw me some questions. I got some answers for you, Dr. Brown.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary. We look at what's happening now. None of us expected to not be in our classrooms. And teachers and educators across the United States had to rise to the occasion so that their students, they could transfer knowledge and students could acquire it by any means necessary.
Oh, you sure took that one.
That was not in the fishbowl.
No, it sure what? No, it wasn't in the fishbowl. you got a question. Will students have to purchase a laptop or an iPad?
We will be providing all of that for students. So students will have access to the necessary technology in order to make sure that they are stay abreast of their instruction. So we'll provide that.
Can I ask this question? What's the difference in a laptop and an iPad?
Well, now you're going to get me tripped up now. You asked me about education, a laptop with the keyboard right in front of you, or the iPad that's going to be more of a touch screen. We'll be providing more of a Chromebook laptop.
So if I won't do that to you because everybody's got spray and everything. Can they carry germs?
They can, and we will make sure that school safety is our top priority. So we'll make sure that anything that's distributed now will definitely not transfer any germs. Is that where you're going?
That's where I was going. That's where I was going because you know how we are. Why is this school opposed to other high schools? I'm trying to figure this one out.
So what makes this school different than any other high school? I'm going to first say that there are great schools across our city. I know the leaders. I'm very close friends with a lot of them. What makes this school different is that, one, we are not tracking our students into one set direction. We are providing them with all the necessary resources to obtain that Core 40 degree, but to also provide them experience and opportunity to engage with college professors in a collegiate environment. Now, they're not doing that on their own. We've assigned also a college and career readiness counselor that will be there to help and support them and help them learn to advocate. And those supports will, again, continue to wean themselves off. So by the time they're a senior, it's our expectation that they shouldn't be taking any more than their English and their higher level math, and the rest of their classes should be at that college level on the college campus.
You sound like a college professor.
No, I love my high school. I'm secondary, but I'll stick with middle and high.
Okay, you use the word, you use the E word. I'm not talking about e-learning. Since we say electronic learning,
Right.
You use the E word. You use the E word, and that word is experience. Experiencing,
Right.
experiencing a learning is different than being learning educationally. Your experiences that you have is an educational track.
Absolutely. I like to think of it like this. So when this virus hit,
That's an experience.
It's an experience, but all of the adults had to research and write out plans and everything for this e-learning approach.
Mhm.
But the students could grasp because they had been experiencing communicating and working virtually long before any of the old heads. So that speaks to the benefits of experience. If we can offer you an experience on a college campus in that environment, by the time you leave from us, that world isn't foreign to you. How often do we see students that are high performing, that get that Core 40 academic honor, they move on, but they've never stepped foot on a college campus. They lack experience. So when they step on the college campus, what happens? They don't know how to manage their bills. They don't know how to articulate a concern or with a professor, and they're left to do what? Then they struggle when it's unneeded. If we can offer the opportunity with support that freshman year and work with them until that senior year where they're fully sufficient on college campus, we've provided them an experience that no other school in Indianapolis is thinking of doing.
Now, this is really out of the box. We're experiencing this high-tech phenomenon. Would some students love to be like a technician that we are working with right now? They got all these funny gadgets in front of us. One's got earphones on, and then one's in front of a screen.
Absolutely.
And sound like they're talking Chinese to me, and they're connecting across the network. Will there be an opportunity for
Absolutely.
And what school do they need to go to?
They need to go to GEO, Next Generation High School, that will be launching in the fall, located on 4002 North Franklin Road, at no cost to parents. And let me say, we have a partnership with the Indiana Black Expo, and so that Performance Arts Academy, students
Okay.
will have an opportunity and access to that programming as well, and where they can learn things like everything that's happening with us behind the scenes, in addition to performing arts.
The probably the final things that you really tell us about a few of your achievers. The author of this initiative, he chose not to be here, but I'll get him. I'll get him one time. We go way back.
Right.
But what about some of the achievers out of Baton Rouge, or of here in Indiana?
Absolutely. So that's why we're gonna pick up in April with this continued dialogue. But our president and founder, Kevin Teasley, has been in the game a long time. And
Is he new school or is he old school?
you know what? He's old school becoming new school. I can see that. He's becoming new school. He's much better equipped at the Facebook and everything than I am. So, but I will say, but Kevin Teasley.
It's almost becoming new school. I must be ancient. I must be a crocodile.
You're getting there though, Dr. Brown. You're getting there. You're getting there.
I'm being pushed there. Got me sitting here doing what okay, we'll go
But
along.
we have,
Go ahead.
I want to just spotlight a couple of the successes that we have going on in Gary, Indiana. A lot of our flyers, you'll see the same young lady's face, and it's her name is Raven Osborne. Raven had the opportunity to not just earn an associate's degree, but Raven pushed forward beyond expectations. Beyond our expectations. She had expectations for herself, and she was able to earn her bachelor's degree as well while still in high school. We have another young lady, and her name escapes me. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the club. I'm glad
There we
you
go.
admit it.
You got me on the spot here, but we have another young lady that is currently taking classes at Purdue, also up north. And then we also have 4 seniors that have already been accepted to IUPUI, and they've already earned their associate's degree. So kids are leaving. Children, scholars, thank you, are leaving from GEO equipped and already, with those credits and certifications that some students are still working hard for.
I want to ask you a philosophical question. I know we're just about to come to a close. And then people, if they want to call in next time, what number would they call or what? No, that's right. You don't call in.
They're going to leave comments. And so what we're going to do
comment.
is comment. That's where you got your fishbowl. So we had people that are commenting in, and we'll take those comments, and then as we come back, we'll just address some of those comments.
Gotcha. You use the word expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask you, it's a trick question.
Oh.
It's a trick question. Should our young people learn how to have expectations of themselves versus having expectations of others?
I think it should start with themselves. I think initially, a young person is going to always project, okay? But then as they mature with the proper supports around them, they start to learn their own worth, and it's our job to help them identify what it is those expectations are that they have.
You just got an A. You don't.
Okay,
you don't need to give me a
we're not in the fishbowl. What's going on? No.
You want to come in the
No. Okay, that's okay.
You hit a good point. And for our listeners, she's telling you something that many young people have expectations of others, and nobody's going to meet your expectations. They're going to mess up. Right. If you have expectations of yourself and your learning experience and your education experience, which you very clearly, you begin to discover your own pure self-realization and your own gifts and talents.
As a young person, I can only come to that if the adults around me are spewing those positive expectations in me.
What about teachers?
There you go. So any teachers, right now we are currently hiring for our core subjects. So again, you can look on that website for all of the open positions. But I will say, teachers that even consider working with me and my staff at GEO Next Generation High School, we have high expectations for both students and staff.
Well, it was said here, what supports will students with IEPs have? What's IEPs?
We are a public school, so any needs and accommodations that a student is requiring based upon their individualized education plan, we follow those to the letter. We are a public institution, yes.
Okay, then I'm just fishing through my fish bowl. Do you all offer work studies or internship opportunities.
Absolutely. So we are also, there is someone on our team working right now to secure partnerships with the various communities and companies so that we can. That's yet another experience that we can offer our students.
What other experiences do you offer? My fishbowl ran
And your
out.
fish bowls run out. So we also have also just your sports as well. So we will be having girls and boys basketball, girls and boys volleyball, track, cross country, dance, cheerleading. We are also we're high school. So I had a student ask me as I was out, would I still have prom and things like that? We are a high school. We are here to support the needs of a high school student while providing them an opportunity to grow and launch into that next field.
So again, where,
Geo,
when,
okay. Geo Next Generation High School will be opening this fall, located at 4002 North Franklin Road. If you are interested in enrolling, we are here and ready to answer any questions you might have. Please log on to geonextgenhsnd.org or call us at 317-608-6220.
and what is your departing words on behalf of generation,
Next generation.
next generation?
Absolutely. So again, stay safe, stay healthy. That's the first thing that I want to say. And we look forward to welcoming our rising ninth graders in the fall to Geo Next Gen High School. Parents, if you have any questions, please reach out. And we will be coming back to our next open
Yeah,
house,
well, let's
April
give
15th.
April
We're
15th.
going to be going live again.
There you go, with all these fancy gadgets.
All these fancy gadgets.
All right. All of you all have a great day. And be sure to wash your hands.
Yes.
Don't touch your face. And pray
And pray.
every day.
Exactly. We got next.